Just to give you an idea of how I may start some short scores, sometimes I'll use the arpeggiator in Studio One for ostinatos. And I'll show you what I got set up here. I'll solo this track. And I have a arpeggiator set here with the pattern. And let me open up the MIDI part so you can see it here. You see, the MIDI part is just two notes. If you look close, you'll notice that one note starts before the other. That's because with these arpeggios, you want a certain pattern to play. So if I start that note first, that will be the rotation I'll get. And it's happening here the same way with the second part. So what I'll do is I'll start a pattern here with the arpeggiator. And I'll play this and let you hear it. And that's using Albion 1 spiccato strings, really nice strings. So once I have that pattern down, and I want to build on it, I'm going to actually duplicate that track, use the same arpeggiator pattern, but this time I'm only going to add one low note, bass note, to kind of fill in that, that pattern. And let me play that for you. It's only one note, as you can see, and it's only going part times. And actually, let me quantize this. And here we have a little bit of an overlap because we want this to sound past the bar line, and you'll hear it. That last note is the overlap. So now we have two patterns from the arpeggiator on two different tracks. Let's play those together and you'll hear what it sounds like. So I have this stretched out for 16 bars, and I would just play on top of that. I would kind of just riff on top of that with different things, cellos, woodwinds, until I stumble on something, a nice melody, and then I would kind of go from there. But as you can see here, using the arpeggiator, you can make a really complex ostinato pattern. So what I do is I would go on this track and instrument parts, render instrument tracks. That's going to make that into a MIDI pattern, as you can see. Going to do the same thing here. Render instrument tracks. Then I'm going to put them all on one track. Select them and hit G to merge. Now if you look at that pattern, it's all in MIDI notes, so I don't need the arpeggiators anymore. All right. So let's go ahead and play that and see what it sounds like. I could go in here now and just kind of riff on top of that. So you can see how that works. But building really nice ostinato patterns like this is pretty easy with the arpeggiator in Studio One.